My name is Meytal. I'm 28 years old. I know that I don't look like 28, but I am. I was born in 1986 at a small village next to Gondar, which is in the north of Ethiopia. As he said, I have 9 siblings. With me, including me, we're 10. At 1990, me and my family immigrated to Israel a few months before Operation Salomon. And of course, 3 of my brothers, my older brother and 2 of my sister, walked through the desert in 1988. They wait for 1 year at Sudan, at the refugee camp at Sudan. And thank God they made it and they come to Israel in 1989. I was, of course, Israel, the life in Israel wasn't that easy for us. But thanks to Israel government, we made it. We became independent. And when I was 18, after I graduated high school, of course, like everyone in Israel, I wanted to volunteer to the army. But I didn't want to do something regular. I want to do something meaningful. So I became an combat officer, and I served for 3.5 years. I had 30 soldiers from a different background. I was responsible for the security base. I was responsible that every soldier in the base will know how to shoot a weapon, including my commander. So I was at Hebron, I was at the north, at the south, I was almost everywhere in Israel. After I finished the army, of course I went to USA a little bit. And now I am a 3rd year student for law and government. I'm studying at the IDC. Every day I'm thankful that I have a chance to study in a private school that give me all the opportunities that I want. All I need is just to want and ask Jonathan. And a few months ago, I was very lucky to be a part of a delegation to South Africa. That was my first time, so I was very excited. I didn't know what to expect. I know that there is some people that love Israel, but of course there's some people that hate Israel. I didn't know that it was so bad. I had one conversation that I remember from an African student. We were talking, of course, about the Palestinian and Israel situation. After we were talking for a few minutes, he said, "Can I ask you a private question?" I said, "Of course." And before even in Israel, I knew that I'm gonna have one question like that. They're gonna ask about my color. So he asked me if they treat me differently in Israel because of my color. My answer, first of all, I say thank you for asking me this question. And my answer was by telling him my personal story. Tell him that how my parents risked their life, how my brother risked their life to come to Israel. The journey that we did, my Ethiopian Jewish brother did from Ethiopia to Israel. Of course, my military service, that I was a commander for 30 soldiers. Israel government, Israel military didn't care that I were about my color, that I was a woman. Hi, Rebecca. And I told him, of course, about what I'm doing now, that I'm studying in a private school, that I'm going to be a lawyer, that I'm going to have my own office, my own firm, and I'm going to have, of course, worker. And that's going to work for me. And it doesn't matter what's my color, what's my religion, if I'm a girl, a boy, it doesn't matter. Israel give you opportunity no matter who you are. And I told him, of course, that I'm studying with Arab students. I live in Ramle, which is a mixed city with Jewish, Arab, that my nephew is playing in the kindergarten with Arab kids, or it doesn't matter, different kids. Nobody gonna ask which religion are you, or are you Arabic or Israeli. So I think my goal when I went to this delegation was to even make one to make a change in one student's opinion about Israel, about the way see Israel. And after I give this my answer, he just was breathing, and he didn't know what to say. And then I knew that he might change his mind, and if I change his mind and his way of thinking about Israel, he's gonna tell to his friend, and his friend's gonna tell to their friend, and I think that's the way work done, or we can change people's opinion. Another thing that I want to mention is the student, the Jewish student that were in the university. That I think that they're brave, because for them, for us it was just 1 week, Israel Apartheid Week. For them it's every day. It's something that they deal with every day. So for me, I think that they are very brave, and they need a support for daily basis. It's not something because I'm here now. We came back after 1 week, after we give them support and give them feedback and help them. And now we're here, and we went back, and they are the one who's staying over there. So in my opinion, I think this is something, I'm sure that they're getting support every day, but I'm a friend of them on Facebook and email and everything, but they need more, I think. And that's it. My goal when I went to, the last thing that I want to say is, my goal when I went to South Africa, and because it was my first delegation, I wanted to tell to all the people over there that Israel is the only land that we have. And by telling them, by the way, a few days ago, on the 28th of May, was a Memorial Day for all the people, 14,000 Ethiopian Jewish that died on the way through Sudan. And that's, for me, is to tell those people, like, there is no other land for us. We did all the way from Ethiopia to Israel, and there's no other way that we're gonna go back or move. So get used to it.